Tennessee. This is 10 News at 5.
Facebook's future as the social media giant moves to mobile. We're getting our first look at how it's impacting the company's bottom line. Welcome back to 10 News at 5. I'm Beth Haynes. Earlier this month, Facebook took a big step in the mobile market when it introduced Facebook Home. Today, we got some insight on its success as the company announced its first quarter earnings. Facebook says both its revenue and profit grew thanks to more mobile ad revenue. Its revenue increased by 38% to $1.46 billion. That's slightly above what analysts expected. This comes as studies suggest the social network giant may have hit its peak. According to social bakers, over the past month, Facebook's active users in the U.S. dropped about 4%. Over the last 6 months, it's lost nearly 9 million monthly viewers. So we want to talk more in depth about today's announcement, the shift to mobile, and a potential end to Facebook's domination. Bob Wilson, digital media manager for Moxley Carmichael, joins us to weigh in here. I want to begin with your initial reaction to these first quarter earnings.
I think it's expected. I think it was up, which I think everybody thinks it was going to be. I think the mobile up to 30% was a big number. They were expecting somewhere in the mid to upper 20s. So to get to 30, I think is a big deal.
So does that mean that the Facebook Home launch was a success?
I don't know if it directly goes to that. Home doesn't have a lot of advertising built into it yet, and so I think that's something they will do in the future, certainly in order to make some money off that. But right now, I think they're just trying to get people to use it, so they're backing off the ads.
Does it mean that there's a strong potential there, and looking forward into the future, talk about what this translates to?
Sure. I think there's going to have to be an advertising component to Home in order to take advantage of it. The interesting thing that I think about Home is we've heard talks over the years of Facebook coming out with their own phone, and I don't think that matches well with what they're trying to do. But Home, by downloading that, it essentially turns any phone that has that installed into a Facebook phone by putting Facebook front and center. So they don't really have to make their own device when they can turn your phone into a Facebook phone.
Right, when you can download that app. Well, USA Today reports that at the end of 2012, less than a third of Facebook's revenue came from mobile ads. So how does Facebook need to adapt to actually make money through this mobile product? And we were just talking about, throw those numbers at me again, with the 30% in revenue.
Yeah, the revenue is 30% from mobile, but their users are at about 70% on mobile. So that's where Wall Street is saying, well, you've got 70% of these people using it, but you're only making 30% of your money from it. So that's the discrepancy that they keep looking at. I think they're going to have to add some more interaction in the mobile apps to make actions that are advertisable, if you will, something that they can sell ads to connect to people doing things.
You're going to have those ads, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's talk about the decrease in viewership for Facebook. What's behind this possible shift away from Facebook?
I think anytime you've got a technology tool, you're always going to have a percentage of people that want to look forward to the next shiny, next great thing. And so you're going to have some people that are going to shift early, moving on to something else. Instagram has been mentioned as one that's moved, that we've moved toward. The interesting thing about Instagram is Facebook owns that as well. So yes, they're losing viewers from Facebook itself, but they're gaining them in Instagram. So it's
kind of a win-win for them.
Kind of, yeah. It's a little just shifting from one to the other.
So moving forward, is there a bright future or a lot of transition?
I think they need to focus on getting people more active with the site. I've said for a while that I think their biggest enemy is boredom. I think if you get tired or get used to how Facebook works, you start to kind of wander and maybe look at something else that may attract your attention. So I think they need to look at some new tools, not other companies providing tools, but their own tools that keep people engaged with the site and keep people doing things on there so they can stay on the site and sell more advertising.
Always glad to talk to you. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks a lot.